Oh, hi there. Before we go any further, have you subscribed yet? No? Okay. I'll wait. There you go. All right. Let's begin. Hi everybody and welcome to Aaliyah TV. Today's video is going to be about my new timeline that I purchased. It is over 4,999 years of Black history on this timeline. So I'm going to drop a video, you guessed it, every week with something I learned from the timeline. Today I'll be talking about lebombo bone and ishango bone. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but yes, stay tuned for more. I'm so excited. I learned about my timeline from this podcast I was listening to. It's actually David Banner's podcast, a famous rapper. I'm sure some of you guys know who that is. He was speaking with Anthony T. Browder, who created this, and a few other people that he worked with to make that. And it really attracted me to him. They were talking about a lot of other stuff. So Anthony T. Browder, he does a lot. So I want to actually read you his bio because I don't want to leave any of his credentials out. I want to do him justice. Anthony T. Browder is an author. He's a publisher, a cultural historian, artist, and educational consultant. He graduated from Howard. Okay. And he has lectured extensively all throughout the United States and 5 other countries. He's also the founder of IKG Cultural Resources, which is the website that I ordered this from. And he has devoted 35 years of his life to researching ancient Egypt history, science, philosophy, and culture. He's traveled to Egypt a total of 52 times since 1980. And he is currently the director of ASA Restoration Project, which is funding the excavation and restoration of the 25th dynasty tombs of the Kushite noblemen of the West Bank of Luxor, Egypt. Oh my god, it's so exciting. And they're literally the only Black group that is down there excavating a tomb. So that's important because this time there's hundreds of organizations that are excavating tombs out there in Egypt, but now we're in control of our own narrative because we're finding these artifacts and we're doing our research and learning about them. So I think that's really cool and noble that they're getting funding for this project, and there's nobody else out there like us. So I would love for us to become more educated in excavation and tombs and all that type of stuff so we can be out there on a bigger scale. But yeah, that is who Anthony is. So this is important because it also defeats the notion that we didn't do anything prior to slavery, because growing up we weren't taught anything except from slavery till now. But really we didn't even learn much about now. They just talked on slavery when we were in history, and it used to really get on my nerves because as a child I knew there was more and this just wasn't enough. I even got sent out of class one time. I was in the 7th grade. I got sent out of class for asking why we only learn about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and Harriet Tubman every year for Black history. And my history teacher, who was a Black woman, sent me out. So since then, like, I always had a deep hunger to learn more about me because I knew that there was more. So yeah, stay tuned. This video is going to be about lebombo bones and ishango bones, which essentially are the same thing, but they're not. Stay tuned. Lebombo bone and the ishango bone are essentially the same thing. I'll insert a picture here in the corner, one of these corners, so you can get a visual of what they look like. These tools are very important because they were the oldest mathematical artifact found to this date. The lebombo bone was found 35,000 years ago, while the ishango bone was found 20,000 years ago. They're the first. Both are essentially used for the same thing. So I mean, the only thing that makes them different are the times they were found. They're both the first evidence of a calculator. The bone is a tool made out of baboon fibula with markings on it. And it's used, this is the most interesting thing I found about it, it was used for a 6-month lunar menstrual cycle tracker. So this was the first thing that tracked our periods, ladies. Like, that is so cool, and we did it. Like, we invented it. It also had a marking tables. There's 3 rows on it of prime numbers only. I'm not sure what the importance is of that, but it only had prime numbers on the bones. It was found in the Democratic Republic of Congo in 1960. Modern day, the location would be on the border of Uganda and Congo. And yeah, that is what I learned today on my timeline that I wanted to share with you all. So again, we learned about the lebombo bone and the ishango bone, and they're both the first evidence of mathematical artifacts. They were both the first evidence of a calculator. They were used to mark 6-month lunar menstrual periods, and they were also used for markings with tables of prime numbers. I don't know if they were marking for certain things, but that's what it was for. And I'm glad you guys came along with me for the lesson today. And next week there'll be another lesson for my long time. Let me show you how long this timeline is. Legit hella lessons will be learned with this timeline, okay? That's how long it is. So yes, come back next week and we'll talk more about something else. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you take pride and esteem in what we're learning about us, because if we don't try to learn it, nobody gonna teach us. Bye. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe.